Don't get too uncomfortable for us. Don't mind all of us sitting at desk chairs and whatnot. Enjoy the Barca Lounger.
I don't have an office at home.
You have an office.
Live.
Oh, all right. But I do like. Yay! This meeting is being recorded. Smithville Board of Alderman meeting is now called to order. Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first item on the agenda is the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Alderman Sarver.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Atkins. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving the consent agenda say aye.
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 All opposed say no.
Abstain.
All right, motion carries. Dan, I'm glad to see that you're in the office, the actual office. Committee reports. We had EDC, correct? All right. Alderman Kabilski, do you have a report from EDC? You're going to let Anna take that one.
Anna, can you take it? I totally left my notes at work.
Yeah, I can take it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So last week we had our May meeting for the EDC. Some highlights of what happened during that meeting. We had our elections for chair and vice chair. This happens on an annual basis. Our chair was Alicia Neth, re-elected to continue serving in that position. And then Bruce Kramer was nominated and approved to be our vice chair. So he is a newer member of the EDC. And so we're excited to have him as our new vice chair. Other discussions that happened during the meeting included several reports from the school and Chamber of Commerce and the chairman's report. But a new face that we were able to welcome was David Slater from Clay County EDC, where he talked about several different projects that CCEDC is working on. Primarily, he talked about one that would be impacting us the most. Is there project happening on the intersection of 435 and I-69, and so, or in 169. So he requested that if you all have any ideas for any type of companies or anything that should go in that intersection, please feel free to reach out to him. If you guys have any ideas, please feel free to email me if you need his email. But they are looking for ideas currently. Another positive note, we had a new member of the EDC join us as well, Steve Langley, that you all approved the nomination at our last meeting. And we're excited to have him on board as well. And that's my report.
And if anybody ever wants to meet with Slater, he's in Smithville once a month for our 92 highway meeting. So, and he's always welcome. He loves coming up here and having chops. So, and I'm glad to see Bruce was voted vice chair. If you don't know, Bruce is moving his business to Smithville. He's got the coming soon signs up. He'll be right by City Hall. So can't get more economic development than moving your own business here. So, all right, city administrators report. Ms. Wagner, do you have anything to report?
Just a few items in the report, as well as some additional information. Chuck alluded to it, and we had brief discussion during the work session, but tomorrow the intersection of Main and Commercial will be closed to allow the Insituform project to work its way through that corner, installing the cured in place pipe for the influent infiltration improvements there. Reminder that July 8th is the State of the Cities address sponsored by Clay County EDC, and Mayor will be presenting the state of Smithville at that luncheon. And if you all have interest in attending, please coordinate with Linda or let Linda know, and we will coordinate RSVP on that. Also, I had indicated earlier this spring that would like to be able to do orientation tours or meetings with the various departments and department directors, tours of the water department, wastewater, Parks and Recreation, those type of items, particularly for the new governing body members, but those are open to any of the board members. We'll be scheduling those very soon. So if you have an interest in participating in those tours, please let me know and I will add you to the list of folks to coordinate schedules for that. Last week at the retreat, I indicated that we were anticipating an additional resignation in our police department. We did late last week receive word from Officer Kyle Cravens, who's been an SRO in the schools for, I believe, this last year. Jason, it's just the 1 year, isn't it? He has taken a position in another department closer to home. So this takes us to 3 vacancies. We're continuing to review ways to enhance our recruitment and ensure we have coverage for the community at all times. As you'll recall, and you'll see on the agenda later this evening, we have 2 in the academy that we are sponsoring, and we have 1 new on the street. So we continue with low numbers, but a very committed force. So we'll continue to work through that, and you'll be hearing more, I'm sure, as Jason and Anna and I think through some issues there as to maybe ways to address those needs. And then the final piece of information that I have, unless there's anything else from the report, is we are closing in on substantial completion of the renovation project. Every day there are more and more items completed. They are moving closer to completion of the ladies' restroom, which is the last major piece. A lot of minor work, putting in the locks and handles on doors, touch-up painting, final pieces to significant parts of the project. In all likelihood, we will be moving in to the offices. I'm doubtful that next week furniture comes next week. We will still be in the process latter part of next week and first part of the following week on that move in. Would love to be able to do our second meeting in June from this building, but just really don't see it completely possible in all the logistics of moving all of the equipment and items and folks that are currently housed in there. So we're still looking toward July for meeting in person, but we are excited to welcome the board back and ready to get fully moved in and done with construction. And then one final note, wanted to thank everyone for the retreat last week. Felt we had good discussion and engagement of everyone, and always appreciate that opportunity to work together to think about the next year for the community. So thank you all for that.
Yeah, I think the first in-person meeting is probably going to be July's planning and zoning, and then us, because we're not going to have that first July meeting. So we will still have Zoom as an option, probably forever, because it's fine, right? Some of you travel and different things like that. So Zoom's worked out pretty well for the last year. I think it'll be great to keep our room set up for it. So it'll be there. So yeah, we don't have the meeting July 5th, right? With 6 would be the meeting.
Six
Yeah. Yeah, trying to get a meeting thrown together when there's a 4-day weekend in there is really tough on staff, especially after planning and zoning, all the other stuff we got in June. So everybody plan on that second July meeting being in person unless something changes. But they did have some of the kitchen stuff done today. And for other meetings, we'll have a boardroom, not used to have to kick Cynthia out of her office to have meetings at City Hall. So that's exciting. If we can ever find a table, we're just going to get some sawhorses and
We got a table on order. It's coming next week.
Sweet.
Yep.
All righty. Any questions for Ms. Wagner? All righty. As you can see, where Linda is still in the room, she's got to move all those books. So if anybody wants to help, take all those books off the shelf, move in there, put them back together. Just let her know. Next item on the agenda is number 6, bill number 2905-21. Alderman Sarver.
Motion to approve bill number 2905-21, initial zoning for certain lots in Lakeside Crossing, second reading.
Thank you. I think I saw Marv's hand second.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Atkins.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Hartman,
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol,
Aye.
Alderman Kibelski,
Aye.
Alderman Chevalier,
Aye.
Alderman Atkins,
Aye.
Alderman Sarver,
Aye.
6-0.
Motion carries. Ms. Wagner, please read the bill.
An ordinance changing the zoning classifications or districts of certain lands located in the city of Smithville, Missouri.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is number 7. Alderman Hartman.
A motion to approve agenda item bill number 2906-21, dwelling and lot sizes, second reading.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Alderman Kibelski. You on mute? I didn't hear you. Kelly, can you hear us?
What? I'm sorry. Yes, I second.
Yeah, you didn't. We didn't hear you. You put your hand up. All right. So thank you. Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Yulidol,
Aye.
Alderman Kibelski,
Aye.
Alderman Hartman,
Aye.
Alderman Sarver,
Aye.
Alderman Atkins,
Aye.
Alderman Chevalier,
Aye.
6-0.
Thank you. Motion carries. Clerk, please read the bill.
An ordinance repealing sections 400.090 through 400.150 of the Smithville Municipal Code and reenacting new sections 400.090 to 400.150.
Thank you. Give me just a minute. I've got a lot of copies of this, just so the other one to sign. All right, I'm caught up. Next item on the agenda is number 8. Alderman Sarver.
Motion to approve bill number 2907-21, fiscal year 21 budget amendment number 5, emergency ordinance, sponsored by Mayor Boley, first reading.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Atkins seconds. Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Atkins,
Aye.
Alderman Hartman,
Aye.
Alderman Chevalier,
Aye.
Alderman Kibelski,
Aye.
Alderman Sarver,
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol,
Aye.
6-0.
Motion carries. Ms. Wagner, please read the bill for the first reading.
Ordinance amending the fiscal year 21 operating budget to add $21,000 to the expenditure budget.
Thank you. Now for the second reading, do I have a motion to approve the bill? Alderman Sarver.
Motion to approve bill number 2907-21, fiscal year 21 budget amendment number 5, emergency ordinance, sponsored by Mayor Boley, second reading.
Alderman Hartman, do you want the second since you had your
I
hand
have
up?
the second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Clerk, please call roll.
Alderman Chevalier,
Aye.
Alderman Sarver,
Aye.
Alderman Yulidol,
Aye.
Alderman Atkins,
Aye.
Alderman Kibelski,
Aye.
Alderman Hartman,
Aye.
6-0.
Motion carries. Ms. Wagner, please read the bill for the second reading.
An ordinance amending the fiscal year 21 operating budget to add $21,000 to the expenditure budget.
Thank you. Next item is number 9, resolution 919. Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve resolution 919 awarding bid for fireworks display.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'll give it to Alderman Kabilski. I think I kind of saw 3 at once there. Matt, good job. We got fireworks that came out of the Suez Canal, right? Any discussion on the
Finally.
Finally. For those of you who don't know, we were at risk of not having fireworks this year, right? Because they got stuck in the canal. Anyway, any discussion on this or questions?
Mayor, the only thing that I would note is, and is outlined in the memo, we have been notified by the supplier who's doing the show this year that there is anticipated expenditure increase in the future. So we will need to, as we look at the budget, either increase expenditures or anticipate a reduced show size. So that's one thing we'll need to keep in mind.
Yeah, we like our fireworks here, so might have to bump up that budget a little bit.
Wanted to make sure that we're aware.
I mean, we have fireworks shows every other weekend, I think, right now, but you know, all those nice, good one, Alderman. All right, all those in favor of approving resolution 919, say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is number 10, resolution 920, pay and class study that Cynthia's asked me about for 3 years now. Have a motion to approve. Alderman Sarver.
Motion to approve resolution number 920, award bid number 21-11, classification and compensation study.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Hartman seconds. Any discussion? We should have fired the fireworks on this one, Dan. Instead of all those in favor of approving resolution 920, say aye.
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 All opposed, say no. Motion carries. This company too, there's 3 cities doing this at the same time, right? So we're gonna get a good study because we'll be looking at they'll be looking at us, Excelsior Springs and Pleasant Valley at the same time. So we'll have some good comparables.
They're also doing work in Lansing, Kansas. So lots of work in the area.
Sweet. Next item is resolution 921, healthcare broker. Alderman Sarver.
Motion to approve resolution 921, award bid number 21-12, healthcare broker.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution 921, say aye.
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 All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item is resolution 922, regional climate action plan.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion for resolution 922, regional climate action plan, a resolution endorsing the regional climate action plan.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Alderman Kabilski seconds. John's on a beach, enjoying the weather there. All those in favor of approving resolution 922, say aye.
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 All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item is resolution 923, and this is tied to the other bill we just signed for budget amendment, right? So a motion to approve resolution 923. Alderman Yulidol.
A motion to approve resolution 923, amending the contract with Heartline Construction LLC.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor of present resolution 923, say aye.
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 All opposed, say no. Cool. If we didn't approve that one, we weren't going to get City Hall done, right? Next item is number 14, liquor license. Alderman Chevalier.
Thank you. Move to approve resolution 924 to approve the liquor license for Candy Purdue.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Alderman Yulidol.
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion?
I mean, I don't have much discussion about it. I just trying to figure out why a farmer's market needs a liquor license. I don't know. Could
So
he plan on selling local
It looks
or
like
like a convenience store?
it looks like Ken is on the
Oh,
meet.
hi, Kenny.
Would you like me to answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure, you could do mostly local.
Yeah, so it's local spirits and local beers. It'll be the higher end things, so like such as Holiday McCormick out of Weston. They source all of their corn out of Craig, Missouri. And so it's making sure that the consumers understand that. And plus also helping the consumers, don't know if you can see me, consumers understand the seasonality of foods and how that ties into our history with alcohol too. I don't drink, but it does tie into that. So
Thank you for your explanation.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? I did. You popped in just in time. So, any other questions? All those in favor of approving resolution 924, say aye.
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 All opposed, say no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is resolution 925.
thank you.
Alderman Yulidol.
Motion to approve resolution 925, authorization to pay Missouri Sheriff's Association for academy training.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Alderman Atkins, second. Thank you. Any discussion? I think it's awesome that we have to pay this bill because that means we have recruits in the academy. We've been talking about this for a couple of years now. So good job, Chief and Cynthia and everyone who made this happen. So all those in favor of approving resolution 925, say aye.
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 All opposed, say no. Steven, take a selfie when you get that invoice to pay. Just kidding. Any public comment? No? Well, that's no fun. Any new business for the floor? No? All right, we have one more meeting in June and then we're off for like 5 weeks. That's, I mean, that's a pretty good break. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Alderman Atkins. Do I have a second?
Second.
I thought the dude would second, but Alderman Hartman got it first. All those in favor of adjourning, say aye.
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 All opposed,
Aye.
say no. We stand adjourned. Thanks, everyone.
Good night.